everybody. Welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. This is session 162. And I'm super excited about what's going to happen tonight, or what may happen tonight. Question mark. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's session with a little bit of a recap, shall we?
Yeah, let's deal. We're gonna do things. Yeah.
Okay.
Cap the Rees.
That's
Yeah.
way more buy-in than I normally get in a session.
Yeah.
That's very unexpected.
Come on here.
Yeah, let's get some cap.
He's back. Oh, there he is.
Extra cap.
He's back. There
Previously,
he is.
in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party found themselves surrounded by cold fog on the 12th floor of Undermountain. An escort from the Drow House Freth awaited them, and their brief journey through the misty maze was punctuated by the thunderous roars of minotaurs. But the party and their escort were able to safely extricate themselves from the fog and its inhabitants. The party was then led through an iron-webbed barricade and through a series of successively larger caverns. All the while, the forces of House Freth made themselves known around the party. If this were some sort of trap or betrayal, the party would have dozens of combatants to fight their way through, at the least. Shortly thereafter, the party found themselves facing a massive obsidian fortress, Spiderwatch Keep, of 15-foot jet black walls, fully manned, and all the while, ashes could smell the stink of sulfur. Upon entering the wall, the party witnessed Balrin receiving a hero's return. But though the drow did seem happy to see his fellows once more, there was something different that now set him apart from them. Beyond the entry gate, the party was greeted by Rilna Freth, Eralal's sister and the captain of the Spiderwatch Guard. Rilna was an interesting figure, a cross between rugged military discipline and chaotic spontaneity. She was polite, yet appraising of the party, and of Balrin. But whatever her intentions, it seemed as if the party passed her inspection. She led them to the mouth of the obsidian fortress, shaped like a great scarab, and guided them inside. The party shortly found themselves in an audience chamber where Eralal Freth, the Great Mother, played the harp while seated upon a crystal divan. The pregnant state she was in did nothing to diminish the raw power, beauty, or stately authority that she held. Her brother, the Archmage Driven Freth, was there as well, all charm and confidence. But the party, experienced adventurers one and all, could tell this was no cad, but a careful performance by a dangerous man. As the party was introduced, they recognized another drow individual here, Vicadara, one of the two drow that had been with Dirzana Freth when the party freed them from the Sethian scourges in the Slither Swamp. Vicadara was reporting on Dirzana's capture at the hands of House Avrindar. And just like that, the party, who had started as adventurers but months ago, were suddenly thrust into negotiations with a powerful drow household over the concepts of alliance and war. Initially, conversations were tame, Eralal and Driven recognizing Balrin's accomplishments and cordially entertaining the idea of a partnership with the party. But as things came down to brass tacks, it became more apparent to both sides that they could say all the words in the world, but without actually knowing what either side was capable of, would they really be able to trust that this was a worthwhile partnership? And so Eralal proposed a test, sparring, really, so that both sides could prove to the other that aside from the various allies and information they could bring to the table, their own power would merit an alliance. Since the party, including Mossy, was a total of 5, Eralal invited both Balrin and Vicadara to join into the sparring session. That meant that House Freth was still only 4 members. So Eralal summoned a 5th, and out from the shadows, apparating as if from nowhere, came Zaran, the dark dancer of House Freth. The battle began, and things got bloody fast, though it was clear from the outset that the more powerful members of House Freth were perhaps pulling their punches, or at least trying to make sure that the party had time to show off their strength. And show their strength they did. Great feats of power, intricate magic, cunning speed, and incorruptible inner strength were all put on full display. The party was fighting, perhaps not in earnest, but close to it. And though they forced Vikadara and Balrin to surrender quickly, the other three drow were proving their power. Zaran leaping through shadows with deadly capability, Driven, Archmage of the Tower Sorcerer, incredibly skilled in his control of magic, only barely being kept at bay by Ezrah and the inner calm of an alien monk, and the Great Mother herself, her pregnancy apparently of no concern as she swung about her massive glaive and continuously healed her allies' wounds. The sparring continued, but the party's abilities were flagging. The question was, just how far did they need to take things to prove their worth? And that's where we fade into our scene. Immediately, capture service has stopped working, so we got to do the flippy floppy.
Immediately, the capture service stops working. All of the prisoners are free.
Flipping copies.
Is that how that works? All right. We are on to the battle map. We are on to the... Where's my battle music?
I'm not on the battle map.
We are on to the battle music. I'm about to drag and drop the players onto the 12th level of the dungeon. The maze level.
We're on to the battle map, but no, it was a lie.
When I was saying we, I was talking about me in the stream, not about you.
Oh, it was the royal we.
Yeah, it's the royal. Well, I mean, the stream is also a part of it. Calm yourself.
The streamers use royal we. We know this.
That's fair. All right. We are. Is everyone prepped and ready and back on the map?
The youth of the nation?
Fantabulous. Just for a few points of order to make sure that everyone is all on the same page. Ezra, you have used your reaction to attempt to counter, or not to attempt, to actually counterspell Erelal Freth in the prior turn. Your turn is coming up. It is next after Zaran Adaragon, the Dark Dancer.
Yep.
But it is not up yet. Which means...
What does it mean?
That after Mossy's turn...
He's still prone, right?
He is still prone. After Mossy's turn, Erelal Freth is going to take another set of legendary actions, knowing that you have already counterspelled her, because you counterspelled her on her fucking turn. So she's now going to use her legendary action to do less than she could, but, you know.
Hold on, do I have a reaction? Does anyone remember?
You have already used your reaction on Driven, as Driven was leaving to go fight against Matashtai.
Yeah, that tracks.
So, Erelal is going to use another 3rd level spell to do a mass healing word, granting herself, Driven, and Zaran 8 additional health. She also heals Balrin and Vikadara along the way. Though they are no longer combatants, she has no reason not to heal them in the meantime. And that is her legendary action. It is now Zeron's turn. Zeron has been gifted the blessing of the Great Mother. And he is prone. He's going to use half his movement to stand up.
Ooh, he's up.
Ending the prone condition. He looks Ashes dead in the eyes, and he says, I would really like you to calm down. And then he's gone. Ashes, he's just not in front of you anymore. And it is at that point that's a square of shadow arrives behind Bones.
Damn.
Oh, that's me.
As Zeron leaps through the shadows and is going to attack at advantage.
Nope, normal. I'm a ghost.
You're a ghost, right? So attack at normal against the Tabaxi. Okay. He's going to use Shadow Summoner. 31.
Yeah, 31 will hit. 31 hits.
All right.
That's
10
an
piercing
impressive
damage your
roll.
way.
I guess that's the same kind of roll that I can accomplish, though.
Very
Minus
true.
10, okay.
And then he will attack a second time with Shadow Summoner. 26.
That also does hit, yes.
Right, another 9 piercing damage. So Zeron blinks through, creates shadow, and steps into it. And then you actually see, after he attacks you, unlike what he has been doing previously, he does not kind of like taunt, stick around and taunt outside of the shadows. And he also does not consume these shadows in an attempt to harm you. He instead steps back into these shadows, and you really can't see him anymore at this point.
Goodbye.
So that is Zeron's turn, and it's Ezra. See, no one came after you. You're fine. Oh, I will say at the top of the round, both Balrin and Vikadara are trying to.
My shield.
They are trying to
My
distance
shield!
themselves from the fight to not be accidentally
My
involved in the scenario.
Mossy, grab them. Hold them in place.
So, Ezra, you're up.
Mossy's done a lot. Fuck off. Don't say do something.
Do anything, you worthless pile of rocks.
Useless rock.
Oh my god. I'd like to
Turn
defect.
so I
turn
can
all
tell
the
him.
ashes.
He understands me.
Mossy over
Alright.
here doing work. Y'all rude.
Bones in the Earth Kingdom declare war on the lycanthropes.
Nice. Very nice. That's the next campaign.
No, that's right now.
Well,
Alright.
fair enough.
Do I get a sense that they are slowing down at all? I understand the other two were.
Roll me a medicine check. Yeah, just roll me a straight medicine check.
12.
12. Zeron looks pretty bloodied, right? Like he's been actively getting engaged upon. Driven and Erelal are too difficult to read. They've been attacked, right? But neither one of them seems to be flagging per se.
Bonus action.
I also, sorry, I forgot Beacon of Hope. Everyone gets another 2 HP.
Yeah, me too.
No, all of your enemies get 2 HP.
They have the bacon.
They got the bacon. I don't know that 2 HP is going to make the difference in this particular instance, but we'll see.
I remember bacon.
I miss being a cleric. I like to get.
Oh, does Ezra reach into a bag,
Yep.
pull out a
Yep.
potion, and unpop it? Oh my goodness!
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And
Ain't
Okay,
nothing
okay.
but a thing.
while he's doing that, he's gonna touch the Hasnarketa, but subtly cast
Okay.
glacier on himself.
Oh, he's touching himself.
Ooh.
Is that break toss?
All right. Very nice. So because you're subtly casting, there is no ability for any reactions. No one can see what you are doing or that you are doing something. But after you cast it, everyone can see something has happened as this sheen goes up over you, and then these literal plates of ice begin to float and hover in the air around you. Some of them coalescing onto your body, others just kind of wobbling around in this kind of weirdly reminiscent of plate armor. It's like you have this fixture of armor in your mind. So it's like this icy plate armor begins to settle around your body, but it's actually mostly just hovering around your core.
And I tried to do it as I was reaching down for the healing potion to subtly tie it into that.
Maybe that's what's going on. Roll an insight check for me.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm trained in insight.
Zeron is, you can't even see him right now, so you have no idea what his reaction is. Driven is on the other side of Matashtai from you, so he's also hard to get a read on. But Erelal is flanked by Mossy and Bones. She's spinning around, striking out, blocking blows, casting spells, but you see her eyes seemingly see every fucking thing around her. So you absolutely get the feeling that she saw you reach for a potion, saw you drink the potion, and then saw this effect happen. But whether she believes that effect is tied to the potion, you're not positive.
Right.
Interesting. Very interesting turn. Okay, cool. Yeah. Nice. Anything else for your turn?
No, it's bonus action.
Ashes, you're up.
I'm no longer in a position where I can really flank anybody.
Now, I will say this. Zeron is, you can't see him right now. This Dark Dancer is able to create these blobs of shadow and then step into them. And whenever he is inside them, he is imperceptible.
Okay.
However, you have an ability that allows you to see. Wait, it's only in the magical darkness that you create. That's what it is.
I cannot be magically blinded. And that is not what's happening here.
Well, yeah. So it's also when you do your darkness bubble, the dark side of the moon, right? Mm-hmm. You can't be. You are not affected by it, but that doesn't apply to other magical darkness. Gotcha.
Right. It's and I also have a crossbow that makes me. After we got blinded, and we're like, oh hey, that prevents blindness. Oh hey, I got a new atonement slot. I might as well take this.
Sure.
But again,
fair.
It still does not apply in this. So,
interesting.
The best chance I'm I'm just gonna slide over here to this smarmy asshole.
You start to bound over, right, in lichen form, and Driven, this smarmy asshole, as you have kind of described him, kind of turns as he's the staff of interposing ideals is smacking against. You have Tone Bakiri out right now, right, Matashtai?
Yeah, I do.
So the staff of interposing ideals is automatically just in this staff versus spear battle against Matashtai, and you see Driven now has this scimitar that he has drawn out, right? And he's kind of casually feinting through the strikes, and then Ashes starts to run up, and he just turns and he's like, "Are you kidding me?"
And since I'm already on all four,
ooh, bull rush, that'll be nice. Oh, 16. You lower you keep vision as long as possible. And in the last second you duck your head, and right before you duck your head, this is a clear hit. You will skewer this man through his chest and into the wall, and then you duck your head for the horns to go down, and you just feel this resounding boom as the staff of interposing ideals like flies across and just catches you directly in the head, and your momentum is fully halted.
He turns it into an immovable rod right in front of you.
Click.
Just hear the cartoon gong sound effect.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, cool. All right, well, second attack. Still gonna try to get a piece.
Hella.
How about a 17?
16. Woof. Flips. This time, the Staff of Interposing Ideals spins back around to push off Matashtai, right? To fend him off. And then Driven starts to actually, like, parry your blows with his own scimitar, right?
Okay, all right, well, while we're dueling, bonus action attack once more.
Wait.
A 23!
23.
That might get his reaction.
Yeah, I know, right? God.
His
I
reaction is
wonder.
valuable. Like, no shade.
I wonder.
Yeah, I mean he's aware of the situation, right? He absolutely will. He goes to parry with his scimitar, right? And he goes just a tad low. The force of your blow is going to push it down and go towards his neck, and you see, just barely imperceptibly, you see his hand flick, right? He does start to cast a spell. Technically, someone else has a reaction.
I'll allow it.
No? Okay. Zoom, arcane shield goes up. Your Zalar scatters off. Sparks fly everywhere. Not a hit.
Okay. God, you're slippery. In turn.
Burn them slots, bitch.
Oh, that's actually a good point. I need to take that slot off. Boom. He looks at you and he says, "Gods, you're hairy."
God, you're hairy.
Wow.
And Bones, it's you.
Hello, it's me.
Now I want to call back. I want to harken back, right? I believe we had determined in previous battles that people on the interior of a daisy chain do not get advantage, right?
Yes, we did determine this.
So, keep that in mind with whatever you're moving forward with.
I will keep that in mind with whatever I'm moving forward with. I'm going to disengage
Okay.
with my bonus action. And I'm going to go over heal. I'm going to whip a dagger at Driven.
Motherfuckers! He sees the dagger coming at him, and he's just like, I don't appreciate this! Serpent's Fang scatters off of the arcane shield that he has up.
I give him like I had to try.
Yeah. His AC is, with shield up, his AC is 25.
Yeah, I figured. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright.
Well, actually, I'm gonna move back over to give Mossy a little bit better.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, Mossy is on the outside of the daisy chain, so he totally can get advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. It is Matashtai. Matashtai, you are pretty injured. But I mean, you guys have been beating on your opponents. You've knocked out Vikadar, you've knocked out Balrin. You have delivered blows to the 3 remaining drow. You just are not 100% sure how much they have left in the gas tank. What do you want to do?
As he devotes his efforts to fending off ashes, I strike at him.
Strike at him. Well, he tried.
He struck at
21. You boom. Or actually, like your attack from Tonbakiri is parried and tossed aside by the Staff of Interposing Ideals.
I strike again.
A 25 will hit.
Yeah.
I attempt to stun him after
Meets
doing
it,
16
beats it
damage.
on this particular fucking situation. So that is minus 16. You Your attack with Tone Bakiri is pushed to the side. You swing back, go through the guard of the interposing ideals. Driven is already turned towards Ashes, fending him off with his scimitar. And you impact the arcane shield and feel it break under the pressure of the point of Tone Bakiri, and your blade slaps into the side of Driven Freth. And now he has to make a constant. What's your DC on your con save? On your stunning strikes?
17.
17. Dear Lord. Holy fuck. Okay. Reading. Driven has already used his semi-legendary resistance in this fight.
Semi-legendary.
Damn, what a god.
He gets one.
Baby.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Gets one.
He gets one, so he now just has to make a. You said DC 17? Wow, it got so. When did it get so big on me?
When proficiency went up, as well as I got the Ion Stone of.
Scary, very scary. All right, here we go.
Yeah, he got a +2 when the rest of us got a +1.
He has, yeah, that's very fair. Well, speaking of +2s, Driven has a +2 to his Constitution saving throw, so he needs a 15 or higher. He does not get it.
No.
The Tone Bakiri smacks into the side of Driven Freth, and he is stunned.
That
I kind of wink at him. I go, "Ooh, loss of control."
Oh,
he just has this clenched jaw because he can't react, right?
Oh no. He still has shield up because that's not concentration.
Yes, he still has shield up until.
I am going to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
One of them I'm going to heal myself with Hand of Healing.
Nice.
For 8.
Very nice.
My health's not updating when I changed it.
Just updated to 34 for me.
Still shows 26 for me. Okay. Well, and then with my other attack, I'm going to try and bonk him with an unarmed strike at advantage, right? Because he's stunned. Is anything making me have disadvantage against him?
Nope, you have advantage.
Okay.
Is that one updated?
Yes, it is.
Critty.
And since I Flurry of Blow, I can also Hand of Harm him with this, so...
Sounds great. Roll your damage, and also when you get a chance, re-roll initiative for me, and I will put you back where you need to be.
Okay.
You're already in the space that you needed to be. Fantastic.
That's funny.
Woo! Got socketed right back in there. Nice.
26 damage on the second hit.
Awesome. Okay, so Tone Bakiri pierces through the arcane shield, smashes into the side of Driven Freth. The air is knocked from his lungs. He's slammed into the side of the wall. The Staff of Interposing Ideals spins around to intercept Ashes so that Ashes can't react right in time to take advantage of your assault, which gives you the momentum to dash forward and smash into the hole, right, that Tone Bakiri created into the arcane shield. Those things seal up real fucking quick, but your hand in and like it's like a fucking what's the punchy shrimps, right? The mantis shrimps.
Oh, mantis shrimp.
Yeah, right, like it's so fucking
shrimp,
fast.
yeah.
There is this little shock wave that comes out from it. And you go into the shield before it can fully repair. Smash in. You hear this crunch. You might have broken a rib, right? And yeah. So how much damage was that? 30.
That's 26, assuming he's not
26.
resistant to
Gotcha.
bludgeon or necrotic.
Nope, we're good. Well, I mean,
and you get another
technically
attack.
he is actually resistant
No, I
to
feel.
bludgeoning, but you guys
You're
are
right.
all magical, so he can't resist the magical bludgeoning.
Right. Yep.
So,
Cool.
26. Fuck yes.
Solid round, homie.
Absolutely.
16, 26,
Matashtai, roll me a
42,
medicine check.
right? Okay. Bam.
Bam.
27.
That's all medicine.
You see Driven is recovering, because it's about to be his turn, right? So Driven is recovering quickly from what you had just done to him. But he does seem bloodied now.
Okay.
So our focused efforts are actually doing something.
Yep. Something. Stunned ends at the end of his turn. He gets no turn, but now he is unstunned. And it is now Eralal's turn.
I thought we changed it to the beginning of their turn.
No,
end of their turn, not end of your turn.
It used to be the end of the monk's turn, which is OP as shit.
I think that's what it should be.
Right? But we've changed it to the end of the target's turn. So basically, they lose a turn off of the stunning strike, no matter what. Eralalfreth is up. And the Great Mother, she's been having some difficulties with Ghost Boy over here.
Hey, it's me. I'm the trouble. It's me.
It's a little bit of a problem, not gonna lie. Oh, I misplayed that. That's okay though. That's my fault. I'm gonna move on with my life. She is going to. There is I bear you no ill will. She walks away from Bones. At the start of her turn, actually, she is inflicted with a wound from Troll King's heart, right?
Oh, she's wounded. Yeah.
So she has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I mean, she still takes the 1d4.
Okay, so she is no longer wounded, but roll your d4.
Yeah.
Okay. 2
Needs
damage.
to walk the other way.
Yeah, no. You've counterspelled her one too many times. She strides across the grounds I'm gonna
take the opportunity attack then if she's just gonna walk off.
Absolutely, she just walks away from you.
Blaster. Crit.
Okay.
Crit, boy. Crit.
Let's get that critty city.
I believe in it.
Pretty
City.
City.
I didn't crit,
Damn.
but I can stake.
Oh yeah,
Snaking.
absolutely.
47
Ooh!
damage.
Oh my god, that sneak attack damage is disgusting.
That is
No.
a lot
Four
of sneak attack
sixes.
damage.
I'll bounce the whale to driven too.
4 6s. Holy shit. All right. That's a
And
lot
then
of damage.
17 at driven.
Then
Shit.
17 at driven. That's a fucking
47
hell
damage.
around.
Poor bastard. That's a hell of a reaction.
Right?
Right?
Well, I mean, that's the price that rogues pay, though. Like, never getting multi-attack or anything like that, right? They're entirely reliant on, can I get a sneak attack, right?
And I'd be in a situation that affords it.
That affords me the opportunity to get a sneak attack, 100%. Yeah, I mean, Driven takes that Whales from the grave. That kind of fucks him up. Eralal grunts. She doesn't cry out, but she does grunt as she is hit in the back. Grits her teeth, looks at you, Ezra, right? And she looks at you with a look of compassion in her eyes, right?
Before she kills me.
And
Got
then
it.
raises her fucking glaive and just looks at you and says, I'm sorry, but you're a problem. And swings. So she's gonna swing with Mother's Touch, an 18.
That'll hit.
I need to shield even with Glacier.
Okay.
So that'll put me up to so I'm at 17 right now with Glacier. That puts me up to 22.
Okay. Oof, that is going to be... She needs a 12 or higher on a roll to hit you. She's going to swing again. 21 does not hit. Is repelled by the combination of your glacial armor and arcane shield. Anything that happens off of the back of that or anything like that? She has to hit you to actually have stuff happen, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
With your glacial armor? I don't remember what it does.
So it's difficult terrain. It's the +3 to AC, resistant cold damage, and reduction of damage.
Gotcha.
If
Okay.
hit.
Hell yeah.
So
Fair. Okay, cool. Then that is the end of her turn. It's Mossy.
Maze.
I realized I put a target on my back. I went full turtle mode.
Maze.
Absolutely.
That man's he's still fucking shielded, right?
Driven Freth?
Until his turn, yes.
His turn has come and gone. He is no longer shielded. But he does now have his reaction back. He can shield again.
That's fine. Muffy piles on. Bite.
Now, I will say this. As Mossy leaves Arilal's range, she will absolutely swing with her reaction. I say that. I take that back. He has not left her range. Never mind.
Oh,
Ooh, she has reach.
Well, yeah, she's got a pole arm.
Yeah, she's wielding the glaive, so he is technically still in her range. 19 miss, 8. Please confirm that critical for me. 12 miss, 13 miss. A really bad round, an uncharacteristically bad round for Mossy.
Mossy comes back over here.
Hey, Jeremy, just real quick question. Did you update Arilal's Dark Souls health tracker after Bones did
yes.
a shit ton of damage to her?
It has not ticked to the next stage.
All right, Mossy just walks away from.
I need you to know, Arilal is not fucking around.
Hey.
Damn, boy, she's thick.
There's a reason I asked the question, because it's like, huh.
She thick, boy. She thick.
Boy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she's got a whole nother life in her.
Absolutely. All right, Mossy getting in there, trying to create some sort of like defensive perimeter for Ezrah, but also potentially just affording Bones a better chance at advantage against Arilal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. It can be both, right? It's possible. It can be both. Cool. At the end of Mossy's turn, again, Arilal's done fucking around. Mother's Touch at Ezrah. 28.
Oh, damn it.
That time, it does go through both the glacial armor and the arcane shield. That is 26 damage your way, which can be reduced by the 2d6 from the glacial armor.
Yeah, I had to double check what the roll was.
Basically eats that 10 slashing. So the slashing, the glaive hits, and you feel it grinding against the icy armor that protects you. But then there's this whoosh, this lash, this almost kind of like screech, this localized scream that only you can hear, Ezrah. And it, for a brief moment, it harkens back to your childhood in a time when you upset your mother, and there is this kind of like moment, this internalized moment. I need you to roll me a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw.
Fuck my life. First, does this come before me maintaining concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is an effect of the weapon, and then maintaining concentration is after the effect of the...
Well, boys, can I roll an natty 20?
I don't know, maybe.
Ooh, is that the requirement? All right. Okay, so you are now frightened in Arilal's presence.
He cared.
And with an 8...
Warcaster.
Warcaster, with a 16, you are golden. You are perfectly fine. All right, let's put the scary eyeball on you. Yeah, let's put the scary little... No, well, I like the scary eyeball. Scary eyeball! Use afraid. Okay. It is turn 5. And it is Zaran Adaragon's turn. And... The Dark Dancer, the battle has been going on for a few turns now, and you all can see that a number of these little shadowy blobs have cropped up throughout the room. Another blob appears behind Ashes.
I want to hold my sword out in the empty space. I want him to just bamf into my sword.
That would be really funny. But what instead happens is Zaran is able to shadow step into the darkness, gain advantage on you because of Driven's flanking, and he is going to, assuming he hits, pop the darkness that is adjacent to you. So he is going to attack at you with Shadow Summoner. With advantage, that is a 30 to hit. And then the other shadow that is adjacent to you is popped. And you take an additional 25 necrotic damage.
Oh,
I do not resist necrosis.
that's shocking.
Hey,
Honestly.
there's a thing you don't resist?
You also don't resist the 13 piercing because it is a magical weapon. It is a Shadow Summoner is a very magical weapon.
I take 38 damage. Wait, hold on.
Did you just
I
make
had
him bleed
76. So I have
his
76.
own blood?
So I have 76.
Uh-oh.
And minus that is not updating.
It is for me.
Yeah, I see it, but there's some sort of like issue that's going on.
The bubble's right at least.
I'm gonna see if me updating it fixes it. Is it good now?
No, it's still 76.
Okay, so what we'll do
It's fine. Don't worry
is
about
no. This is an easy fix. We will just pull out your token. That's correct, right?
38 is correct.
Okay, so click that token and roll initiative for me. Your initiative is 18 right now.
Yep. So close to being where you needed to be.
So close to, absolutely, so close to being where he was going to be. That's okay, though. That is correct now.
Yep.
That's one attack from Zaran. He's going to take another advantage attack from you. Or against you. And if he hits, he's going to pop this shadow as well. Oh, sorry. No, he can only pop one shadow at a time. He can't do that. Never mind. He's just going to attack you with Shadow Summoner. 25 to hit.
Ugh. I am going to use my reaction to shoot magical darkness from my hands and blood curse the eyeless.
Okay, sure.
Or wait, I can't. It's been a while since I've used. I don't know if I can do that reactively. I think I have to decide. Is it before you make the attack rolls?
Oh, you're asking, do you have to do it before you know whether it hit or not? I do not remember. Let's look it up real quick.
All right.
We've got player classes. We've got homebrew.
Well, here it is. This.
When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, you can use your reaction. Choose to use this feature after the creature's roll, but before the DM determines whether the attack roll succeeds. So, because of the way that we operate, we roll all the things publicly.
Open, yeah.
That means that I try to give you guys time. I try to say this person is going to do X thing to allow you guys the scenario of being like, I want to use this thing before that happens. So in this particular case, yeah, you need to declare prior. Now, if there's ever an edge case where you're like, I wanted to do this thing, but I didn't have enough time, I will always default to you. But this did feel like it was a reactionary scenario.
And this is why I asked.
Exactly.
Okay.
Perfectly fair. So, 25 does hit you then, if that's the case.
Yep, I have already taken the 11.
11 damage. So it is at this point, I'm going to clarify. It is at this point that's because Zoran is top of the initiative order. It is at this point that Ezrah has 23 HP. Matashtai has 34 HP. Ashes has 27 HP. Bones has 58 HP. And Mossy has 106 HP because Mossy is the one person that hasn't been targeted throughout all of this. I think the assumption is from House Breath that if they take you guys out, Mossy will stand down.
The elemental will just fuck off. Yeah.
That Mossy won't just continue to grind on all of them until everyone's dead.
Mossy kills.
But I just wanna throw that out there. That is the HP level of everyone.
Mossy is kill or be killed.
At the end of Zoran's turn, Erelal is going to use another legendary action to attack Ezrah.
I still have shield up and glacial augment.
Okay.
And you know what? No, I'll go ahead and before you attack, I'll go ahead and blood curse the Hylas, hit her instead.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
She has disadvantage then, right?
So I don't have to...
She doesn't have disadvantage. He rolls an amount that is subtracted from her attack.
I just roll my my hemocratic die, so it's reduced by 3.
Reduced by 3. So in theory, Ezrah has a 25 AC right now, basically. Right? Because you're at 22 with your glacial and shield, so a plus 3 is 25. So, I mean, Erelal is, like I said, she is going to use another legendary action to swing with the Mother's Touch. Frightened just has disadvantage on attacks against her.
For me to attack or ability check, yes.
So, she... Ooh. There isn't a save for Blood Curse of the Eyeless, right? There's nothing.
There's no save.
Mother's
the only
Touch.
other thing is I could actually take damage myself and apply it to
big whiff from Erelal, and it's Ezra's turn. Ezrah, you have done a lot. You have made yourself a target for the 2 casters, Erelal and Driven Breath. You have been defensive in the last round or so. You even in your defensive state, you have still managed to get very close to being knocked out. What do you want to do?
I look at her, and I just put on a display. I thought we were friends. I thought we had an alliance. As I'm reaching down and start chugging another potion.
She looks at you. She's just like, really? No, that's a finite resource.
Is it though?
Yeah. Well, maybe not.
Again, while I do this, I subtly cast.
Okay.
Mirror image.
All right. Absolutely. 100%. So like they're on to you. Like no one is surprised at this point anymore by the situation. Oh, also Victara is pulling away further and Balrin is pulling away further.
Shield is
at the top.
leaving me.
So No one is surprised by the fact that you are suddenly casting spells anymore. It's just they can't do anything about it. Like Driven is surrounded. He can't keep focus on you anyways. And even if he could, you're casting subtly, so he doesn't know when you're actually going to cast a spell, which is real fucking up their world. Okay, Mirror Image is up. Anything else for your turn?
Another icon, Jesus fucking Christ.
Right?
No, I am a ninja, though, is what we're going to say.
All right. Okay. All right. Very
Ninja
nice.
boy.
Very nice.
I am just totally turtling down and trying to survive while everyone throws a kitchen sink at me.
Erla looks at you and she says, "Clever." At the end of your turn? At the end of your turn, she is going to use another legendary action, and she's going to cast a spell at you instead of attacking you. I need you to make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw. So fucking close.
You were really close.
So fucking close. And the thing is you are now fighting extremely powerful, very intelligent combatants, and it's like a chess game, right? Like you just played a real fucking move, and she's like, okay, guess I can't attack you anymore. Saving throw, right? Like, so she is going to.
Wait, is this a targeted thing? So wouldn't this be with mirror image?
Mirror image, I don't think reacts to saving throws. It only reacts to attacks, I believe.
Targeted spells. Targets you with an attack. Yep.
Yes, so it's a spell attack or a regular attack, and since this is a saving throw, it bypasses the mirror image.
Fucking hell.
You take
that damage
33 radiant damage from
3/8, Jeremy. Really? 3/8? Really?
Look. That was in counter to Zach rolling 4 6s on his.
Do this to him, man.
I will as soon as I shut you down, so you can't counter spell her shit anymore.
No, let me live in my corner. Totally
Ezrah,
Jesus.
your mirror images coalesce around you, and you see a show of respect on Erlal's face, and then she levels the glaive at you, and she hits you with a sacred flame. You are engulfed in radiant energy, and you are sitting at 3 HP, and she looks at you and she says, like, as if she can gauge immediately how healthy you are, right? She looks at you and she says, "Will you not yield?"
No, make her kill you.
No, man.
Ashes, it's your turn.
All right, I am under half HP, which means Lycan regeneration procs, so I heal a little bit.
You
but
do
I
heal a
also
little
have to
bit.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Jay, I forgot to send it to you last time.
Good.
I've been
There's a
failing my
she-wolf.
duties.
There we go.
Right,
Absolutely.
That will be a save, but
16
the
is a
DC
save,
goes
very
up
nice.
by 1.
Very, very nice. What's it at now?
I actually have a resource for that.
Yeah, cool.
Bloodlust DC goes up. Okay.
Fantastic.
I'm tired of working on Slippery Boy, so I'm going to turn over to Shadow Boy.
Shadow Boy, I will say this, Shadow Boy is fully
still
encased in shadow, so you will have disadvantage on attacks against Shadow Boy.
Okay, then I will... Then he is Slippery Boy now.
He is now Slippery Boy. And in point of fact, like, you turn, look towards the shadow, and then turn back to look at Driven, and Driven's like, oh, come on. Zeron, get out of the fucking shadow! You're killing me here!
Literally! Hiya!
Okay, 28 is gonna do it. Yeah, he can't deal with that one.
Oh, God, come on. Game.
All right,
dice are
15 damage.
Yeah, 15
Very
damage.
nice.
30.
A 30, yes. There's the famous J
There we go,
rolls.
that's a little better.
Another 22 damage.
I'm gonna hold back again.
Roll an intimidation check.
I have no idea how close he is. I'm like waiting to see if he yields. 15.
He looks at you, and you can see he's a little wobbly, right? But he looks at you, and he just shrugs like, "What?"
31.
Okay, 31 is what? Dear Lord. Oh,
Wow, for 23 damage.
He barely keeps you from cutting him down. You cut through him, and each time you see the staff whirling around, you see him trying to parry your blows, and each time he slows, you cut him with the first one, you like smack him hard with the flat of your blade across like the side of his shoulder, and you hear a crunch on the second one, and you kind of like he's slowing and just all vibrato, and he just gives you that what, and you're like, okay, and you rear back, and both the scimitar and the staff of interposing ideals screech in front of Zalara, but neither is able to muster the force to keep your blow from following through. All they are able to do as magical weapons is keep you from cutting Driven in half as you slam him into the wall, and he falls unconscious.
Oh god.
You knock him out.
Oh shit.
He's not dying. You knock him out.
You were specifically doing non-lethal damage. So.
It doesn't matter if you were doing non-lethal damage or not. The way that this is working is he is able to keep himself from suffering a mortal blow. Right? This is a sparring session. Cool. You knock him the fuck out.
All right, intern.
Okay. Bones, you're up.
Turn around and face the darkness.
It's me. Oh, he's in the darkness, so I can't get him.
Yeah.
All right, well, they forced my hand.
Okay. You move towards Erelal. Erelal immediately widens her stance. Mother's touch flickers out to kind of try to defend against you. What do you want to do?
I stab her.
Stab Aladdin. We got a 21, and that is a hit.
Okay. The damage on that one should be -6, and then I'm also sneak attack, of course.
Minus
Damn, what snake.
15 on that one, and 16 on that one. You hear for the second time, Erelal lets a small cry, right? Like an actual sound of pain more than a grunt, right? Out of her lips. As the Great Mother is now bloodied.
And I can't see the other guy, right?
You cannot see the other guy, no.
Okay.
The second you see, though, immediately as you reach out, you stab her the first time, right? You feint backwards, and then you go back in for the second one. As you do, you see she cries out after the first attack, and then she lets her guard drop a little on the second attack. As she closes her eyes, and you see her breathe in deeply, and everything about her suddenly exudes this serene calmness as her pain bearer trait is activated. You hit her the second time, and you know immediately that she took half the damage that you dealt her the second time.
Damn. So she took 2.
Cool.
Did
This
she
is-
have to make a con save for bacon?
She does need to make a con save for bacon.
Disadvantage. I'm a mage slayer.
At advantage because she has, or at normal because she has advantage on it.
Fair enough.
So that's 2 saves. 'cause she
Actually,
got
I might be
staberated
wrong.
twice.
I might be incorrect.
I think Warcaster gives you advantage on him.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
Warcaster gives you advantage on con saves.
she doesn't have the Warcaster. She has some other special abilities, but she does not have Warcaster. She has instead. What is it? It's the Crown of the Great Mother. Is not that one. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different powerful woman. So she does not.
Oh
she
no,
just.
there's more?
Oh, there's so many powerful women. Get out of here. This game's riddled with them. So she has to. What's the damage on your first one? Is 15 plus 16 is 31. Halved is 15. She has to be the 15 for her save. She has a plus 12. She beats that. She has a plus 12. She beats both. This woman has given birth to so many children. This is what her pain bearer ability is. When she gets below half health, she basically kicks into childbirthing mode, and she goes, "Don't
That's
care."
a weird thing to call it.
Pain bearer.
So she's a Catholic. Got it.
She is so experienced that she is able to. She is able to lock away the portions of her mind that would tell her that she is in pain.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
So there you go. Anything else for your
Hey,
turn,
did
Bones?
not like that, Jay. Thank you.
Anything else for your turn, Bones?
No.
All right, fantastic.
Actually, I'm gonna go make sure he's not alarming at something.
Matashtai. That fucking mage got dropped. Thank the Lord.
I would like to say that I would take a moment to kind of like quick evaluate him before I take off here to make sure he's okay.
Roll me a medicine check. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Like, we're trying to make allies here. I want them to know that I do care about their well-being. I probably don't know because that was a really bad roll.
It's hard to tell, right? Like he played it like you guys are playing. You look behind you and you can see Ezrah on death's door, right?
I'm
so
fine.
Driven played it kind of like you guys have been playing it. He played it very, very close to the edge. That last round, he took a fucking beating. He got hurt. But he does look like he's just knocked unconscious. If he doesn't get attention in the near future, maybe that becomes a problem. But as long as he gets attention in the near future, he's probably going to be just fine.
Okay, sounds good. Then I turn away from him.
He's definitely not making death saving throws for clarity. He is just unconscious.
Okay. Then I'm going to move over to the Great Mother.
Is there a reason that door just opened? That concerns me greatly.
I might have clicked it by accident.
It's clickable.
I think I
Okay.
clicked it. I think I clicked it by accident.
I was like, oh shit, there's reinforcements!
I move over to the Great Mother,
Okay.
and I start swinging. But I will say, I'm attacking her, but I am aiming for her arms and her legs.
Coming from the guy with a pregnant wife.
That's right.
Look, I understand. I fully get it. But at the same time, I'm
like
telling
trying
the
to
story.
snap her wrists.
What
make her drop
100?
shit.
Like I'm not gonna throw shade at anybody or anyone who has qualms about attacking
you're
a
good,
woman
you're
that is
good.
pregnant. That is perfectly fine. But at the same time, I'm telling a story that has a lot of powerful people, and some of them are going to be sick. Some of them are going to be pregnant. Some of them are going to have different issues or ailments or things like that, and they're still going to kick ass. So
That's right. I don't remember her AC. 19.
her AC is 20. That is a miss. Sorry.
Ooh, unfortunate. Okay.
Apologies.
I swing again.
Swing bigly.
24.
A 24 will hit. Absolutely.
Okay. 13 damage.
That is reduced to 6.
Oh, okay.
She takes half damage now.
Oh, forever.
Okay.
For as far as you know, right? Like you all are now surrounding her, kind of, and she just has this look of serene calm on her face. You hit her, and it doesn't even register on her face.
That is
Okay.
terrifying.
It's a little scary, yeah.
Somewhat.
I am going. I understand that this probably won't work. I'm going to attempt to stun her. I'm fishing for the wow
she,
meets it.
She
beats
rolled
it.
really low on that.
Damn.
But no, absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm then going to flurry of blows. I'm going to use one of them to heal Ezra.
Oh, I'm fine. What are you talking about? I'm fine. Oh, thank you.
It's fine. Absolutely fine. You see Ezra shaking in his boots from the fear of Mother's touch.
Yeah.
Um,
Why can't I click on my token?
I don't know. I took it away from you. Can you really not?
I really can. Oh, I'm on the measuring tool. That's why I'm a
Gotcha.
dumbass.
There you go.
Ignore me.
It happens to me all the fucking time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. I forgot to hit plus.
I'm going to use the other one on myself.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else for your turn?
No.
All right. Fantabulous. It is going to be Erelal Freth's turn. Bones is still a ghost. Ezra has the mirror images all around him.
That are all encapsulated in ice.
Right. She looks across the room at Driven's unconscious form. And you do see like a slight amount of concern before she kind of like she gauges herself, right, his condition, and she looks at him and she says, "Fucking fool." And she looks at all of you and she says, "And that goes for all of you." And she swings at Matashtai. She's tired of these fucking men going up to the fucking edge when they could have just surrendered and not taken a fucking beating into unconsciousness. So she
beat unconscious.
he fucking
gave him an
swings at
opportunity.
Matashtai.
I gave him an opportunity.
Matashtai, 20.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. But I do take half of
You
psychic.
take half from the psychic, so you feel, right, the bite she swings out of you, clearly annoyed. You are not able to dodge out of the way of the blow of Mother's Touch. The glaive slashes across you. You take that 13 slashing damage, but you feel this scream, this moment, right? And you hearken back to to Adar, to the mountainside village you grew up on, and as you're like having this experience, this flash, right, of a flashback, you feel the calming presence of Valena in your mind as the Kalashtar shields you from some of this effect. I do still need you to make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw against fear, though.
Ooh, okay.
I should have blinded her on that one. Because 20 I could have easily gotten below. Fuck.
I'm going to use my reaction to raise
Yeah,
that. Or
absolutely.
To advantage that.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes.
Just
Again,
Fucking
right,
crazy.
like, Valena, you feel arms kind of, like, wrap around you, and everyone around Matashtai sees this kind of, like, bluish aura glowing
Right.
around him.
Matt
as
and
he-
Valena are shifting into the next gear.
Absolutely.
It's like any shonen fight. The longer it goes, the stronger we get.
Erelal is swinging at Matashtai. Erelal, you guys have fought her for a few turns now. She is... not only is she very experienced in her own body, but she is a healer, right? She is an incredibly proficient healer to the point to where she is able to look at each one of you and basically unerringly know how hurt you are. So she is able to select her targets very specifically. So she, looking around her, swings again at Matashtai.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Is it
gonna be
happening
really
or not?
close. It's gonna be really close.
Yeah, it's happening. I'm going to Blood Maledict, Curse of the Eyeless, and it is going to reduce this attack by 8.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
a big reduction.
Roll.
That is a big ass reduction.
Yeah, it doesn't get bigger than that.
Okay. Double checking things. Okay, cool. Here we go. Matashtai, your AC is
18.
so this is a 26 AC.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so in order to hit you, this is still possible for her. She has to roll like a
16 or higher,
17
right?
or higher. Yeah.
Yeah, 17. Oh my
25.
god!
One under.
That
would have put
that would've
Matashtai
dropped
down.
me.
Absolutely. One under, and that would have put Matashtai down. Hell fucking yes. That is awesome. And that is the end of Eralal's turn.
Blender. Commence the blending.
Huh.
Yeah, it's Mossy. Mossy's up.
Oh, my fucking turn tracker is weird.
Vitamixer.
Oh. Okay, he Vitamixes. He's mixing. He's
Vitamix.
NutriBullet.
Neutral.
Advantage.
How do you know you're old when you know several brands of blenders?
26 hits, 13 misses, 26 hits, 26 hits. That is a bunch. We have
25 total.
2. We have 6, and we have 3. He takes a total of 11.
How fuck that work?
Everything's
25
halved.
total.
Everything's halved.
Everything is halved.
You rolled a lot of odds.
Lord.
Yeah, you did roll. Actually, you rolled all odds. It's not
always
like
rounded down.
Yeah, you don't get to like combine all of your damage and then half it, right? You half the damage as it is dealt. Same thing as like Ash's Lycanthrope or a Barbarian's Rage or something like that. Okay. That is still a chunk of damage. Eralal is looking more and more injured. Is that the end of Mossy's turn?
Yeah.
Eralal raises a hand and points at Ezrah. Using a legendary action.
Is she casting?
She
or
is casting a spell.
attacking?
She is casting
Oh,
a
I
spell.
want to reaction stab her.
By all means.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna counterspell it.
Okay. Spell's countered.
What? Is that? I still get my reaction though, right?
Yes, you
Yes.
still get your reaction. That's a
I
miss.
only rolled 18, so it is what it is.
Okay. That is the end of Mossy's turn. That is the beginning of turn 6. And it is Zaran Adaragon's turn.
God.
Yep. Shadow forms behind Matashtai.
No.
That's problematic.
Zaran steps through the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And strikes out at normal at Ashes. That is a 19 to hit.
That is a miss.
Strikes out a second time at Ashes.
Yeah, I more AC.
That is a
you in
30.
your 30s.
And he is going to pop the shadow that is to the south of Ashes. Ashes takes another 21
fuck.
damage, and Ashes is fucking knocked the fuck out.
You're pretty good.
You're pretty. You're pretty.
You're pretty.
You're pretty.
It is the end of Zoran Adaragon's turn. The Dark Dancer has felled an individual. And there is a moment as... Actually, I don't know that any... Because he's blocked in shadow right now. So the only person on the other side of the shadow is Ashes. Ashes, as you are fading into unconsciousness, you see Zoran's hand as he's already stepped back into the shadow after striking you with Shadow Summoner. You see his hand holding on to this darkened short sword. You see the short sword begin to, like, manifest these tiny wisps, and you suddenly feel a connection to your soul, as if your soul wants to leave your body and follow the command of the Shadow Summoner. And then Zoran whisks the short sword back into the shadow, cancels his ability to steal your soul, to raise your shadow from the grave, and leaves you merely unconscious.
He's just showing off now, piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely he is, but only Ashes sees that. Only Ashes in the moments of his last consciousness sees that scenario. You guys are riding the edge of this fucking, like, this sparring session. It's the end of Zoran's turn. Erelal is going to use her second legendary action and point at Ezrah again. No more counterspell available. No more reaction attack from Bones. It is a 20 dexterity saving throw for Sacred Flame.
I thought it was 19.
It is a 20. You rolled a 19 last time. You were one off last time. It is a DC 20 dexterity saving throw.
I do not have advantage. So.
17. It is.
I fall unconscious because there's no way you don't
24 radiant damage.
There's
I
no way
could
you
have
don't
rolled
roll
really
4
low.
8s again. No, you rolled 3 7s. Fuck off.
I could have rolled low. Ezrah, boom, down, collapses. Which is just in fucking time. You immediately feel both Ezrah and Ashes, before either one of you are able to act, you both feel yourselves come back to consciousness. Actually, I think someone has to move for one of these. Yeah, he's gonna move for this. And everyone can hear a slight chanting, as over on the side, the 2 drow that were not involved in this session at all, both of them have scrolls that they have opened up and are reading from. And both, or Ezrah is healed for 3, and Ashes is healed for 1. But you guys are out of the fucking fight. You've gone unconscious.
So it is my turn.
Yes.
I'm going to reach out, grab Ashes, assuming he's willing.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm going to use my Cloak of the Cape of the Mountebank and Dimension Doros over to the side.
Yeah. Great. Absolutely. 100%. You guys can fully move to wherever you want.
Come by me, baby.
Perfect. Perfect. To clear the field. Ezrah done. Ashes done. That is now Bones' turn. It's Bones, Mossy, Matashtai. Matashtai is barely hanging on, but still got fight in him. What do you want to do, Bones?
I'm going to kill her. I can't see him. Right?
You can't see him.
He is intentionally, like, the start of the fight, he was kind of like dancing around outside of his shadow or using his shadow. He is now being extremely cautious and making sure that he has a shadow to hide in.
All right, well, if I can't see him, I can't see him. I'll stab her.
That's at advantage.
No. I have 2 daggers in my hand. Got 1. 20s. I don't know. If
20
that
hits. Absolutely, that is her AC.
Ooh.
Think tag.
All right, what is your total?
33, 36.
36 reduced to 18. Oh god, that's still a hefty fucking chunk. All right, anything else?
Well, yeah, I got an offhand attack. I will stab her with my offhand. Wind spike offhand.
Okay.
This button. Be stabbed.
29 absolutely hits. 100%. 2 damage. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's
Are you reducing that AC?
No, I don't have it. It's the same day.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you used it on
I used it on the house captain.
yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. That is the end of Bones' turn. At the end of Bones' turn, Erlal is going to use her third and final legendary action to make an attack with Mother's Touch against Matashtai. That does trigger Bones' reaction. Oh, no, it's only casting a spell. It's only casting a spell. Never mind. So, Mother's Touch, this is at advantage because Zeron Adaragon is flanking you. So
I can't
advantage.
even see him. I'm not even paying attention to him.
Well, that doesn't help. If anything,
he's not a
that
threat to me. I don't even know he's there.
if anything, that means he can reach out, grab you, and just hold you in place for her. Which, in point of fact, might be exactly what happens as she rolls a 23.
That hits, but that does not kill me.
Doesn't take you down. 13 slashing, 5 psychic. You are barely left standing. And Erlal knows it too, and she looks at you, and she just says, "Really? Really?"
I'm standing there just like Captain America. I do this all day.
I knew that was about to come out.
She just shakes her. She just shakes her head at you. She just
That's
fucking.
an alien's ass.
She just fucking
All-
shakes her head at you.
All jokes aside, though, like obviously Matt's like rough. He kind of leans on his spear for a second, kind of looks at her, breathing heavy, and goes, "You want to call it a draw?"
She looks at you and she says, "I'm still good to go."
All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Absolutely.
All right.
23 will hit. 23 will absolutely hit. Okay, 17 reduced down to 8.
8.
She's still good.
That is not a hit because I don't have advantage.
I feel so meh about the scenario. So I've been playing around with rule concepts previously because I've been working on spoilers. I don't know why I say spoilers. It'll be 20 years before I ever do anything. I've been working on my own game. And one of the rule sets that I've been working on is that if someone has advantage on them because of flanking, then anyone engaging them can take advantage of that flanking. Because it doesn't make sense. If two people are on opposite sides, they can get flanking, but a third person joins and they somehow don't get flanking, right?
Makes sense to me.
You know? How do you guys feel? We just recently house ruled the daisy chaining concept. How do you guys feel about the house ruling of if a combatant has advantage, including you guys, right? If someone gets advantage on you guys because they've got you flanked, anyone involved gets flanked.
I would argue that this falls into the daisy chain.
You think so? Oh,
Side
right,
of
because
things?
Matashtai is flanked, and Bones and Arrow.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a good point. Maybe something to think about for the future. But that is a
normally,
good point
yes.
for this. Yes,
But because he is also flanked, I think that takes
that's
that
fair.
out of the equation.
So I think in this case we do roll it as normal. Very good call out. That is a 15. 15 misses. Anything else for your turn, Matashtai?
Yeah. Fuck it. Flurry of blows.
Yeah, leave it all on the gridiron.
All on the table.
19
One too low.
just misses. 29 absolutely hits.
I attempt to stun.
Ooh, okay, all right. It's gonna be.
And I apply a hand of harm.
God damn, you're throwing that necrosis into her arm.
4. And it's gonna be 2. And you're trying to stun.
Yeah.
She needs to roll a 5 or up. She rolled a 16.
She's stunned.
Too bad it's her turn.
That's okay. But she can't murder me instantly.
Well,
Yeah,
she
I
has
guess that's
legendary actions that
True.
now have reset.
But I get to put her on my list.
Is that
Christ,
the end
do
of
you
your?
have one hit
That's
point?
true. You do get to put Erelal, the Great Mother, on your list,
Yeah,
and
I'm pretty
you
sure
got
you
to
already
put
have a
Driven
you already have
Freth
Drow
on there
on
that list too. Absolutely,
Yep.
that's great.
Matron
Cool.
Mother.
Is that the end of your turn?
Good Drow. Drow's already done.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Erelal, you connect with her, right? Like she parries the first blow, takes the first blow, parries the second, moves out of the way of the third, and then you catch her with the fourth. And you catch her with a hard enough blow to the sternum that she just kind of like pauses for a second. Her eyes go wide slightly, and she is stunned. At the end of her turn, she is unstunned. And it is at that point
She ends me.
that Erelal Freth is now
Yields.
at 25%.
Oh!
And
Oh,
her
shit.
where her desperation ability would kick in, she instead looks at you, spins Mother's Touch, and slams it into the ground and says, "I'm satisfied. I yield." And that is
Thank
where,
God.
and that is where we are going to end, or that's where we are going to take our break.
It's 2 HP, 0 key point.
It was very, very close. Did
Did the 4 damage get her to the
Ashes and
25?
Ezra out? Say what?
Did the 4 damage get her to the hand of harm damage get her there?
The hand of harm damage absolutely pushed her
Hey.
over from her bloodied state to her desperation state. Absolutely. 100%. Even halved, it barely rolled her over past that point.
Yes.
And that is the point that she was waiting for this entire fight. So that is going to be our break. We will be back in just a few more minutes. As this fight is suddenly called to a halt, Ezra and Ashes really fucked up. Matashtai basically as fucked up as all of them. Bones a little hurt, right? The only individual basically walking out of this fight unscathed being Mossy.
The only one that doesn't appear as a threat. Fuck
Well,
this.
he's definitely a threat. It's legitimately that scenario of like, well, let's take out the casters and maybe let's take out the fucking sneak attacker, and okay, this monk is kind of a pain in the ass, and oh, werewolf man is kind of causing problems. Everyone else is just like, don't want to attack the Zorn. Anyways, we will be back in just a few minutes for more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.